N. Chandrababu Naidu, Honorable Chief Minister of AP, Council of Ministers, Chief Secretary, Principal Secretaries, and officials of state administration, co-bankers, members, and invitees to this 184th meeting of SLBC being held today, which incidentally is the first meeting of the state after carving out the state of Telangana. At the outset, I take this opportunity to heartily congratulate Shri Chandrababu Naidu for taking over the reins as Chief Minister of the state. I am certain that the state of Andhra Pradesh, under the able stewardship of Shri Chandrababu Naidu, will usher in a new era of growth and prosperity and fulfill the aspirations of the people of the state and to turn the state into a happening state in the years to come with the vision and dedicated hard work by the Chief Minister and the Government of Andhra Pradesh. The 183rd SLBC meeting was convened on 29th May 2014, and performance of the banks during the year 2013-14 in the combined state was reviewed. We have noticed that the long pending agitation in the state has had its impact on the banking activities, right from the implementation of the schemes to growth in business and recovery of dues. The state also witnessed cyclones and heavy rains during the October 2013, wreaking havoc in many districts of the state, affecting farmers, artisans, and other petty businesses, thus negating the impact of good rains received during Kharif 2013. In spite of the above impediments, the performance of the banks under various key banking parameters has been good, whereas implementation of government-sponsored schemes was not at expected levels. With the formation of the new states, banks are foreseeing ample business opportunities in the state owing to availability of tax holiday in Andhra Pradesh and the infrastructure facilities that accrue for the all-round development of the state. The state, endowed with a long coastline, fertile land, rivers, and backed by excellent entrepreneurial talent, has been a pioneer in many developmental activities, and with the active participation of the banks in the development of the state, we can look forward to a new era of development. I wish to place before the House performance of AP state under various banking parameters as on 31st March 2014. As far as the branch network is concerned, there are a total of 5,980 bank branches in the state as on 31/3/2014, with more than 68% of the branches being situated in rural and semi-urban areas. The total deposits outstanding as at the end of March 2014 is 1,65,242 crores, and the total advances outstanding is 2,01,201 crore. As explained earlier, there is marked slowdown in resource mobilization and credit expansion during the current year over the previous year. Credit deposit ratio, the CD ratio of the banks in the state is 121.76%, which is one among the highest in the country. The priority sector advances as at the end of March 2014 stood at 1,37,250 crores, constituting 80.87% of ANBC as against the regulatory norm of 40%. The total agriculture advances are at 87,612 crores, constituting 51.62% of ANBC against the regulatory norm of 18%. The agriculture credit of the state is one of the highest in the country. This clearly indicates the role of the banks in the state, channelizing the credit to the agriculture sector in tune with the aspirations of the people of this agrarian state. Total credit outstanding under MSC sector is 26,302 crores, under education loan is 3,393 crores, and housing loan is 15,621 crores as on March 31st, 2014. Performance under the credit plan 2013-14 as on March 31st, 2014. As against the annual disbursement target of 66,956 crores for the year 2013-14 under priority sector, credit flow during the year is 64,728 crores with an achievement of 96.67% of the annual target. The credit flow to agriculture has been 49,774 crores as against a target of 47,017 crores, an achievement of 105.86%. The flow of credit towards agri term loans has been more during the period under review, and banks could surpass the targets under agriculture owing to lending of high value agriculture term loans. This achievement is in spite of the fact of the disturbances in the state for a long period that hindered the access to banking system by the farming community in view of forced closure and non-functioning of banks and the reluctance of farmers to repay and renew the loans anticipating debt waiver of farm loans. As far as MSE sector is concerned, flow of credit to micro and small enterprises is being closely monitored at all levels as the sector provides large-scale self-employment. The total outstanding under this head is 26,302 crores as at the end of 31st March 2014. The banks in the state have to make efforts to channelize the flow of credit to micro enterprises and ensure that the stipulated target of 60% of the amount lent under MSE sector is achieved as recommended by the PM's task force. Another area of concern is the coverage of these loans under CGTMSE. The performance is not up to the expected level, and it should be the endeavor of all banks to provide collateral-free loans to MSE sector, and the field staff needs to be suitably sensitized to achieve the desired results in this aspect. Social welfare schemes and implementation of government-sponsored programs. The progress and the implementation of various government schemes during the year has not been encouraging. This is mainly due to the factors beyond the control of the bankers. The proactive role of government departments in allocating the targets, scheduling beneficiary selection campaigns, and imparting training to the prospective entrepreneurs is much warranted in successful implementation of the government-sponsored schemes. Banks need to step up efforts to achieve desired results in respect of lending to PMGEGP minority communities with a due coordination and cooperation from the government. Banks have successfully implemented the financial inclusion initiative of Government of India in villages with a population of above 2,000, and the progress in implementation in villages with a population below 2,000 is encouraging. But the progress in establishment of on-site ATMs, POS machines, and biometric ATMs, as advised by the Government of India, and transactions in the villages through BCA needs special monitoring. Banks have to ensure that the target of providing on-site ATM is achieved. The transactions at the BCA outlets also need to be substantially improved to achieve 100% financial inclusion. There are 32 financial literacy centers functioning in the state. All rural branches are also advised to conduct financial literacy camps in the villages. The controllers are required to closely monitor the progress in this aspect as per the guidelines of RBI. Though the state of Andhra Pradesh has been one of the leading states in terms of lending to agriculture sector, and banks in the state have always surpassed the targets, the scenario has changed during the last couple of years, affecting both the farmers and the bankers in the state. The farmers have demonstrated reluctance in repayment, renewal of crop loans and other agriculture term loans, anticipating a debt waiver. The reluctance has been observed even in case of high-value loan accounts and from term loan borrowers. Banks are unable to recycle the funds owing to non-repayment of loans and mounting overdues, are badly affecting the morale of the field staff, as bankers have been facing protests whenever they approach the farmers for educating them on the benefits of repayment and renewal of agricultural loans. The slippage of agri loans into NPA are on a very high side, resulting in higher provisioning, ultimately affecting the credit rating of the banks. Though the Kharif season is the most important season with the 60 to 75% of lending under crop loans, the current imbroglio is hampering the performance of the banks under agriculture lending, as crop loan disbursement during the current season has almost come to a halt. The need of the hour is to bring clarity on the proposed debt waiver with the due publicity. There is need to educate the farmers on timely repayment, renewal of loans, duly explaining the benefits of crop insurance and the interest subvention schemes, as subvention is linked to prompt repayment. I request the government to put in place an effective and undisputable recovery mechanism which can tackle the issue effectively, particularly in case of chronic and willful defaulters. There are certain other long pending issues which will be put forth by the convener, and I request the forum to discuss those issues for the logical conclusion. To sum up, I assure the government of the support and total involvement of SLBC and all banks in implementing the welfare measures of the government. The banks have been and will continue to play a proactive role to carry forward the vision of the state government to usher in a new era of development and in fulfilling the aspirations of the people of the state. I now request the Honorable Chief Minister of AP, Shri Chandrababu Naidu, to release the state credit plan for 2014-15. Thank you.